This is your reading tonight from your girl, 3-Eye Teak. I pulled these cards earlier today, like a few minutes ago, and this is what we're going to touch on. So, we have someone out there feeling low with the strength in reverse, Leo energy, being blocked by fear or self-doubt, self-destructive. With the moon up in the upright, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. This represents insecurities, trickery, anguish, and melancholy. Somebody's feeling low or blocked by their fears regarding, illusions or just being down in the dumps, or maybe even secrets that they're withholding. Then we've got the Knight of Pentacles, Earth energy. This speaks about slow movement, but solid. Diligence, hard work, building, material security, and expanding. So someone has feeling low about the secrets that they've been holding, about the way that they've been building security or expanding material wealth. And with the Knight of Pentacles, it's the slowest moving knight in the tarot, but it's also the most solid, how can I say, the solid sound energy. So it's slow, but it's sound, if that makes any sense. And then we got the moon here again. Double moon. This is two different tarot decks that I'm using, obviously. But the moon's out here twice. Something significant about the year of 2018. 2008 with the Strength card. Yeah, so two major arcanas of the moon. Someone's got some major secrets out here and some major insecurities regarding the secrets that they're withholding. Over time, with the Knight of Pentacles, talks about a slow moving, but steady. Secrets building up. About, planning for their future, or how they planned for their future. But with the Strength here in reverse, they're not happy about it. They're insecure about it. Making progress is what they want. And they most likely have with it up in the upright. But the secrets that they were holding about the progress that they've been making over time got them feeling insecure and low. See, already backwards. So on the bottom of the deck, I've got the Four of Pentacles here. This talks about gambling. It talks about making big purchases. It talks about, recklessness. Someone's being reckless. Maybe that's what they're keeping a secret about. Well, let's get further into it. I'm also going to use my Vibe About It my graffiti deck as well. But for now, let's get into some more tarot on this. It's Virgo season. How are you Virgos out there doing? I hope lovely. I split the deck and I got the Six of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Somebody is being seen as reckless. Somebody is being recognized as being reckless. And maybe that's what the secret is all about. Who knows? We're going to get into it. I've already shuffled my deck. Let's clarify the Strength in reverse. We got the Five of Cups in reverse here. So someone is feeling insecure or feeling low or blocked by fears. And then the Five of Cups talks about, I want to say in reverse, moving on. Forgiveness and acceptance. So someone is feeling insecure or blocked by fear or self-doubt about moving on and forgiving or accepting something, finding peace. They're trying to find some peace and encouragement, and it's really not working for them. Whoever it is. clarify the moon and to get more information here. When I split the deck, we got the Tower and we got the Four of Pentacles again in reverse. Somebody's being really reckless and they hit a Tower moment being reckless. That's what it is. The Four of Pentacles in reverse keeps coming out. Keeps coming out. Is this someone you know from your past? Six of Cups in reverse is in a Tower moment. Cancer energy with the Tower. Somebody you grew up with. Let's clarify the Moon card right here. A few cards came out. We just got to line them up. Uh-oh. I got the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups talks about someone wanting to send you a message. But they're very insecure about you accepting it, maybe, with the Moon and the Page of Cups. And then we got the Page of Cups in reverse. Wow, we're getting a lot of double cards here, if you noticed. We got the two Moons, and we got the two Page of Cups here. So with the two Page of Cups, you know, in the upright, it talks about a message of love or a small apology, maybe. They secretly want to apologize to you and they're worried about you accepting it. They're insecure about you accepting it. Or maybe, you know, you're feeling low or blocked by fear and insecurities about, you know, what you've been working on slowly over time as far as your material security, perhaps. And then with the Page of Cups in reverse here, it talks about bad news, jealousy. So over time, maybe you have been jealous of someone secretly and you never told anybody, or you had some obsession with someone secretly, or you just had childhood problems, childhood trauma. Somebody wants to finally open up to you about, and I say finally because of the Knight of Pentacles. It's been a long time they've been thinking about this. Maybe they're very immature, you know. They want to bring you this message. This Page of Cups is talking about, you know, in the upright, it talks about a dreamer, somebody being a dreamer, a new unexpected trajectory, naivety. So somebody has been naive, but yeah, they're having a hard time accepting. Unexpected trajectories and magic and synchronicity. And maybe they're upset about the magic that they have been doing secretly. Who knows? Let's get more information. There's a Tower moment, and someone is insecure about planning ahead, moving forward, about the secrets being exposed, about them being insecure, about their material security. They're secretly trying to trust their intuition, face their fears, and planning their future, making progress. Or this could be you. These cards keep popping out. Someone's trying to make some foresight, look ahead to hit a good wheel of fortune in the upright for themselves. But they're finding themselves in the Nine of Wands in reverse and the Ace of Wands, and lack of creativity. They've been working on moving ahead with the Three of Wands and Eight of Pentacles. But the Chariot's in reverse. They could be just getting out of jail, or they just don't have any ambition. This speaks about, you know, the King of Pentacles and their Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords in reverse and the Chariot in reverse. The Five of Pentacles, somebody could be sick with the Ace of Wands in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles, somebody can have problems with their genital area. They're sick there. And there's judgment in the upright based on that. Somebody is losing a home with the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. Or someone feels left out in the cold of your home. Yeah, it's a lot going on. A lot of melancholy energy in this reading. So let's continue. Let's clarify the second moon. Tower again. On the other end of the deck. You can't see it, but I can. Oh, yep. So it looks like someone's being exposed. Something's coming to light about some bad news, some jealousy, and some obsessions that someone had. Childhood problems, immaturity. They've been working a long time, keeping it a secret with the Knight of Pentacles and the Moon. Over time. But they got some bad news coming with the Page of Pentacles in the upright and Page of Pentacles in the... They want to bring you a message and apologize, but also tell you some bad news at the same time. And that's what's being exposed secretly. They're having a hard time accepting this being exposed. Or these secrets. Let's see what else we got for the Two of Wands being clarified. The Nine of Swords we seen earlier, that Sagittarius energy. And that one was in the reverse. And that speaks about recovery, acceptance, letting go, accepting help. We got the Devil and the Nine of Swords. They're really having a hard time accepting help. The Devil means, you know, obsessions. Maybe drug problems, addictions, sex addictions. Could be anything. Clarify the Two of Wands. Two of Wands. All right, this card flipped out first. We got the Page of Swords. So someone is watching you get exposed, or someone is watching someone be exposed. They're talking about it, gossiping possibly. They're very curious, and they're truthful with the Page of Swords. If someone is watching, this could be you, collective. They could be watching this person get exposed. Or someone was planning on exposing this person is what I'm thinking the whole time. And maybe that was a secret they were keeping, but now it's being exposed. Or facing their fears. Let me go get some other cards. Let's go and get some oracle cards from, let's see, graffiti. Let's find out some tea. All right, let's see what we're gonna get. I just shuffled the deck. Let's do two for each. Oh, we got unresponsive. So this person is feeling, how can I say? They're feeling low, blocked by fear and self-doubt about you, maybe not accepting a call from them, maybe. Let's see what else. And then we got, for this stack, we got copying in reverse, unoriginal and super basic. Someone that is super basic and unoriginal has been copying you secretly. By the way, notice all the water that's out here. We got the moon, we got the Page of Cups, the Five of Cups, the Page of Cups. And then we got the sun. A lot of stuff is being exposed. Could be a lot of, I don't know, water energy out here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And we got lawyering up. So the Knight of Pentacles talks about, again, it talks about slow movement, but solid, diligent, hardworking, building, material security. And then the Page of Cups in reverse talks about, how can I say, bad news. So someone's getting bad news about maybe about something regarding court, with this lawyering up, refusing to answer questions, defensive, protective. Someone's defensive about, you know, bad news, and about them being jealous or obsessive over time, for a long time. Let's see here. This could mean just theoretically, not just necessarily judicial. Let's see. Wait a minute, this came out first. Smoke and mirror. So with the moon and the sun, the secrets are being exposed, misleading and embellishing. This person's been misleading this entire time. And then this card came out right underneath it. No cap. So somebody who is truthful and speaking truth is planning for their future and moving ahead authentically and truthful. Okay, that's what I'm getting from this. So from what I can see, there's somebody's messages being left unread, somebody that's super basic and unoriginal, copying you, who's refusing to answer questions that's defensive and protective, misleading and embellishing. And then I believe this must be you. You're moving ahead, speaking truth, authentic truth. And I got, when I split this particular deck, I got somebody that's crunk, high, and crazy all the time, goes overboard, and private investigator, inspector gadget, digging dirt. So someone is digging dirt, and someone that is high and crazy all the time, going overboard, is trying to be a private investigator when it comes to you, digging dirt on you. Let's see what else we got. There's another stack to these cards. There's so many of them. I'm going to use the other stack now. Let's pull some more graffiti on this. Let me use the second deck here. We've got two cards came out. The first one was fear-based. So someone wants you to stay due to fear and illusions, emotional manipulation, self-limiting beliefs. So this person that you're leaving unread messages on is fear-based. And again, that's true because we got the strength card that came out in reverse, feeling low, blocked by fear. And then there in the Five of Cups in reverse, you know, that's speaking about moving on and forgiveness and acceptance. Someone's having a hard time accepting you moving on, and you leaving them calls on left unread. They want you to stay due to fear and illusions and emotional manipulative, self-limiting beliefs. And then we got in reverse, the naive romantically. So they're inexperienced and overly romantic, easily tricked and manipulated by others. So this person who is a copycatter, and they're also, you know, super basic and unoriginal. They want to secretly bring you some sort of message or apology about them being easily tricked and manipulated. Is what I'm getting from this. Let's do some more graffiti. The next step. Let's see. This is a huge deck. So we have having faith and tyrant, cruel and oppressive. This person is cruel and oppressive. That's in your energy. And this is you, having faith, letting go, trusting in God. Whatever happens, happens. You're keeping it moving. All right, let's see what we got. This, that. Someone may be getting bad news about having to lawyer up with the Page of Cups in reverse and the lawyering up card. Then we got gaslighting. So psychological manipulation, blames others without reflecting. So this person who has to lawyer up, that's in your energy, you know, slowly working on the material securities. They're lawyering up because, you know, they're psychologically manipulative. And they also have, you know, just, how can I say? They also just seem, you know, very jealous and obsessive at the same time. Moody. They have some childhood problems and immaturity problems as well. Then we got something about workplace issues and mechanical thinking. So they may be having some workplace issues, or you might be, regarding harassment, hostility, competition, gossip. This person may have been fired due to that, due to the way that they operate. And they're very mechanical thinking without emotions. And they're in isolation right now on this deck. I got isolation on the top. They are remote and alone, deserted, feeling rejected, and intense sadness. This is a very melancholy reading. We knew that from the beginning. Let me see what we got for the next two stacks here. Also, they're a class clown. This person laughs through their pain, does not take things seriously, masking and finds amusement in suffering in others. I know a person that this reading resonates with. I'm sure you do too. Oh, thank you. That is very sweet, honey. Look what I got, y'all. This is what I'm doing after this reading. Anyways, back to the reading. Somebody could be eating cheeseburgers and eating fries. Is that what it is? Yeah? Okay. The moon card and the sun. Secrets is being exposed about them misleading and being embellishing. Opposites attract. So new and exciting. So someone's secrets is being exposed about being misled or misleading people for new and exciting opportunities with someone that opposites attract. Maybe this person left you for someone who's completely opposite of you or of them, and they were giving you misleading energy when you were with them, and now it's being exposed. That's what I'm getting. And the last card here we're going to fill in. Bitter. A hard pill to swallow, painful acceptance about you moving on and you speaking your truth authentically. This person could be a pill popper. Yeah. Yep. And we got victim mentality. Can't cope, won't quote. This could be a female, actually, because this card was on the top of the deck. Energy vampire, depriving you of your own expense. This could be a woman, too. This could be both man and woman. Who knows? So, there's someone either you're missing calls or messages left unread, or you're leaving someone else's messages left unread that's copying you, being super basic, who needs to lawyer up, or you might even need to lawyer up. Who knows? Who is misleading and embellishing the truth, mad at your authentic truth. No cap. Also, another way of reading these cards at the top, you might be feeling low or blocked by fear or melancholy about, you know, slow movement in your life with your material security, and having problems secretly trusting your intuition, facing your fears about planning your future and making progress. You know, don't let your comfort and fear stop you from moving forward. I understand how that feels. You got to keep pushing every day if that's the case. Meanwhile, when I look at all these cards that we have in front of us, it feels like somebody's having a hard time accepting their past and moving forward. It feels like someone is having a hard time accepting that, you know, things are what it is and you're accepting them. And it's being exposed by the way that you speak. You know, you're next to the sun here with the Page of Swords. Yeah. Maybe I should pour a few more tarot. One more for the tarot. I'm going to put one here, one here. Let's see what it looks like. I'm not do too much. A lot of cards came out. Not what I was planning. Maybe I'm going to do something else. Let's see. So, someone is having a hard time accepting their Ten of Cups in reverse here. You know, somebody is in disharmony. Maybe there's a lot of disputes and miscommunication, struggling with relationships, unrealistic expectations, and not feeling worthy of love. And there's a delay, and they're feeling low about it, blocked by fear, and maybe that's a secret. And then we got Ace of Cups in reverse. This could be somebody you're not talking to. You know, there's no communication with the Ace of Cups in reverse. You know, it talks about, how can I say? It's talking about a time to nurture yourself based on all the disputes and fights you're having in your Ten of Cups situation. You need more self-love, making sure you're not repressing your emotions, opening up to a possibility of love. But insecurities with the moons there. And then we got the Three of Cups. So maybe this is the third party situation, secret third party situation. You know, the Three of Cups in reverse, that talks about, you know, a need to see the value that you bring to a relationship. Disputes over miscommunication with the Ace of Cups in reverse and the Ten of Cups. Like, oh, there's so much water out here, so much emotions. Feeling left out. I think the moon is still in Cancer too right now. Sometimes it's also going to talk about a love triangle. So somebody who was in a third party situation with a Knight of Pentacles in upright for a while, over time. That's the secret. That's why things are disharmonized in your Ten of Cups situation. You know, a need to make amends. And we got the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Now, another time this card has been out. Well, actually, it didn't come out earlier, but it came out when I was shuffling these first 5 cards. So, but it was in the upright. So, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, someone feels like it was a bad investment in this third-party situation over time. You know? They're feeling regret, secretive. They're feeling insecure. And then we got here the Ace of Cups. So when you know, they feel like you are secretly planning ahead, you know, your new Ace of Cups, your new relationship with someone else. And you might be, but maybe they feel like with these new cards out here, let's see, let's see how I say it. We got someone from a dysfunctional family, you know, so this could be somebody from your family. It doesn't necessarily have to be a love dynamic. When you're not talking to them anymore, and they're feeling insecure and blocked by their fears and self-destructiveness. You know, maybe they were gossiping about you, not talking to them, with the Three of Cups in reverse. And the Ace of Cups in reverse. Over time, it's been a long time since you hadn't talked to them. With the Knight of Pentacles. And they feel like it was a bad investment to gossip about you, to, you know, for y'all, you know, for whatever happened. And they want to possibly extend you a cup of love now. Planning ahead to extend you a cup of love with the Two of Wands and the Ace of Cups. And then we got the Magician. This person was doing some manipulative work on you. You know, they're not in regret, but they're having a hard time accepting that. And that you must be, you know, leaving their messages on read and missing their calls. You know, the Magician in the reverse is a major arcana card, and it talks about, how can I say this? It talks about insecurity. Well, there's a lot of insecurity out here with the Magician in reverse, the Strength in reverse, the Moon. There's a lot of insecurity, delays, and lack of imagination. You know, the Page of Cups talks about, you know, a new idea, a letter. Maybe you're going to get a letter from this person about them having a hard time accepting, you know, the closed doors that is in between all of you. You're not speaking. Things of that nature. Manipulation. Maybe they were very manipulative. That's what I'm thinking. And then the other cards that I didn't put out yet, we got the Nine of Cups in reverse. All these emotions. They are so dissatisfied about the way things have turned out. About the bad news. About the manipulation. About the gossiping. About the not speaking. This is very heavy reading. And then last, we got the Ace of Pentacles, but I'm going to pull one more because I need one more. And they're getting bad news about money. And then you see the lawyering up is right here in between it. So it could be bad news about not getting the money that they wanted to get, or bad news about you getting some money. Misleading and embellishing. And then we got the Sun. It's exposed that you are, you know, you're getting your new beginnings in Ace of Pentacles. And your Ace of Cups. Maybe that's bad news for them with the Page of Cups in reverse. And they're seeing it. And they feel like they made a bad investment keeping secrets from you about the third party over time. Yeah. Let me do one more because it's going so good. Let's see, one more. I just want to do one more tarot. Well, I'm going to pick this one because it turned over when I was trying to shuffle. Actually, quite a few days. So let me just keep shuffling until I get one. see all these cards? Yeah, you can. Just about. Okay, here comes the card that came out. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. Yep. 10 of Pentacles. They lost their inheritance. They lost their inheritance. That would be you. They lost their inheritance, or 10 of Pentacles. This was their opportunity to live the life that you're living now. So you got a new love. You got a new opportunity in finances to make big money. The 10 of Pentacles in reverse talks about chasing luxury and status, financial loss, negative energy around wealth. Yeah, so they manipulated something. They're in regret and dissatisfied with the money that they are, how can I say, losing. They're losing some money regarding a case. So I'm sorry for the noise. Hold on. Sorry about that, y'all. They didn't know I was doing the reading. But anyways, this was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Peace.